Have you ever felt like a ghost in your own social circle? You speak, but the words seem to drift away before they reach anyone's ears. You contribute, you excel, and you provide immense value, yet when the rewards or the recognition are handed out, your name is nowhere to be found. It is a bitter pill to swallow. The realization that you are someone's option, while they are your priority. This isn't just a minor social inconvenience. It is an existential drain. When you consistently over-deliver to people who underappreciate you, you don't just lose their respect, you begin to lose your own. Before we dive into the psychology behind changing this forever, take a quick second to hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that self-respect and high-value content matter, and it helps this message reach someone else who might be feeling invisible today. The Stoic philosophers, from Marcus Aurelius to Epictetus, warned us against the folly of seeking external validation. They taught that the opinions of others are indifferent, things outside our direct control. However, while we cannot force someone to value us, we can fundamentally alter the psychological environment in which they perceive us. When you change the way you carry yourself, the world has no choice but to adjust its reflection. Today, we are moving beyond mere people-pleasing. We are going to explore 9 transformative psychological pillars that shift the power dynamic entirely. These aren't just tips. They are fundamental laws of human interaction. If you apply these with precision, you will stop chasing seats at tables where you aren't welcome and start becoming the person others are desperate to sit with. Watch until the very end. The 9th step is the one that solidifies all the others and turns these strategies into a permanent way of life. Step 1. The scarcity principle. Create the fear of loss. Human psychology is wired with a fundamental bias known as loss aversion. Behavioral economists have proven that the pain of losing something is twice as powerful as the joy of gaining something of equal value. When you make yourself an infinite, unconditional resource, your perceived value in the eyes of others inevitably plummets. Why? Because there is zero risk associated with taking you for granted. If you are always there, they don't have to worry about keeping you. To become a priority, you must reintroduce the possibility of your absence into their mental landscape. This is not about being cruel or playing games. It is about establishing emotional autonomy. Start by pulling back the curtain of your inner world. If you have been the person who shares every secret and offers every ounce of emotional support without reciprocity, you must stop. Begin to balance your time with a wider circle of interests, new hobbies or other social groups. When they notice that your attention is being diverted elsewhere, not out of spite, but out of self-growth, a psychological alarm goes off in their mind. They realize that your presence is a premium commodity, not a subsidized utility. You are essentially telling them, my time is moving forward with or without you. This subtle shift forces them to reevaluate. Your importance before the loss becomes permanent. Step 2. Breaking the on-call habit. Expanded. In our hyper-connected digital age, we have been conditioned to believe that a lightning-fast response is the ultimate sign of respect. In reality, being always available is frequently interpreted as having nothing better to do. If you drop your life, your work, or your passions the moment someone snaps their fingers, you are training them to see your time as worthless. You are essentially teaching them that their needs are the sun and your life is merely a small, dependent planet in their orbit. This creates a psychological dynamic of subservience rather than partnership. The concept of quality over quantity is paramount here. To be a priority in someone else's life, you must first be the undisputed priority in your own. This requires the establishment of blackout zones, sacred blocks of time, in your schedule where your phone is silent and you are focused entirely on your own development, whether that be fitness, career, or deep study. When you don't answer a non-urgent text for 3 hours because you were engaged in your own life, you aren't being rude. You are communicating that your time is a finite, valuable resource. When you occasionally say, "I'm busy" or "I can't make it," "I have other plans," you provide evidence that you have a functional, exciting life that exists independently of them. This creates a psychological wait list for your presence. Humans are biologically wired to value things that are difficult to obtain. When people have to wait for you or work around your schedule, the time they finally do get with you feels earned. It transforms an ordinary hangout into an event. By breaking the habit of being on call, you force others to respect the boundaries of your time, which is the first step toward them viewing you as a high-value priority. Step 3. The power of the enigma expanded. There is a profound biological reason why the most compelling characters in cinema and literature are those who remain slightly out of reach. This fascination is driven by the Zeigarnik effect, a psychological phenomenon where the human brain fixates on uncompleted tasks or open loops far more than completed ones. When you reveal your entire life story, your deepest fears, and your daily routine within the first few hours of meeting someone, the puzzle is solved. The brain effectively closes the file on you because there is nothing left to discover, leading to a rapid decline in interest. To maintain priority status, you must keep some cards close to your chest. Think of yourself as a high-quality, complex novel. If they read the ending on the first page, they have no incentive to finish the chapters. This doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means being selective. Share your passions with fire, but don't explain every minute detail of your history or your future plans. Answer questions with enough substance to be engaging, but with enough brevity to leave a lingering why or how. When you are a mystery to be solved, people will naturally devote more mental real estate to you during their idle hours. They will wonder what you're doing, what you're thinking about, and what truly makes you tick. That curiosity is the engine of priority. It creates a mental habit of thinking about you. The more someone thinks about you in your absence, the more important you become in their presence. By refusing to be an open book, you ensure that the other person remains the investigator, constantly seeking more of your time to uncover the next layer of your personality. Step 4. The Ben Franklin effect expanded. Most people fall into the trap of thinking that to be valued, they must constantly provide value. They become the giver, thinking that by performing endless favors and being overly helpful, they are buying a spot in someone's heart. However, social psychology offers a counterintuitive truth called the Ben Franklin effect. We actually develop a deeper affinity for people when we do favors for them. This is rooted in the theory of cognitive dissonance. When someone invests their time, effort, or resources into you, their brain must justify that expenditure. They think, why am I helping this person? Why did I drive 30 minutes to see them? I must really value them. Otherwise, my brain wouldn't allow me to put in this much effort by always being the one who drives, the one who pays, or the one who organizes every detail. You are actually robbing the other person of the opportunity to value you. You are making the relationship cheap for them because it requires no investment. To reverse this, you must stop being the primary investor. Allow others to step up and contribute. Let them help you with a minor problem. Let them choose the venue, or let them wait for you occasionally. When someone has to put in sweat equity to maintain a relationship with you, they become psychologically anchored to you. They won't want to let the relationship fade because doing so would be an admission that all their previous effort was a waste of time. By allowing them to invest in you, you are giving them the psychological permission to see you as a high-stakes priority in their life. Step 5. Radical self-prioritization expanded. You cannot expect the world to treat you as a first-class citizen if you are viewing yourself through an economy-class lens. This step is about the mirror principle of social interaction. Society does not reflect your objective talent or your inner kindness. It reflects the boundaries you enforce. People do not treat you based on your intrinsic worth, which they cannot see. They treat you based on the standards you publicly set for yourself. If you spend your precious time chasing people who treat you like an afterthought, you are effectively granting them a license to continue that neglect. You are signaling loudly and clearly that you are comfortable with crumbs. Radical self-prioritization is the act of pruning your social garden. Just as a gardener must cut away dead branches to allow the plant to bloom, you must distance yourself from those who drain your energy without replenishment. Ask yourself, does this person's presence in my life reflect the high opinion I hold of myself? If the answer is no, you must be willing to create immediate distance. This isn't about being mean, it is about being precise with your energy. Surround yourself with high-value individuals who recognize your worth instinctively because they share your high standards and disciplined lifestyle. When you become the center of your own universe, obsessively, focusing on your physical health, your financial wealth, and your intellectual wisdom, you emit a gravitational pull. You stop being a seeker and start being a destination. People will naturally want to orbit your energy because it feels grounded, self-sufficient, and rare. Step 6. Avoid the center of the universe fallacy. Expanded. There is an undeniable, primal magnetic pull toward people who are busy building their own empires. In stark contrast, there is an instinctive repulsion toward those who appear overly needy or obsessed with the external validation of others. If your entire emotional stability, your high for the day, depends on a single person's text back, you have succumbed to a dangerous dependency. You have become a moon, a cold, reflective celestial body that has no light of its own and only shines when someone else decides to provide the sun. The scarcity heuristic is a powerful psychological tool used by high-status individuals worldwide. Humans are biologically hardwired to desire the rare and the hard to get. It is the reason we value a diamond over a pebble, even though the pebble is more available. By maintaining a healthy distance and focusing intensely on your own singular mission, your fitness milestones, your career trajectory, your personal creative projects, you become the green grass on the other side of the fence. When people realize that they are not the primary sun in your sky, but rather just one of many bright stars that you appreciate, their ego will naturally shift. They will feel a drive to move closer to the center of your world. They will work twice as hard to secure a spot in your inner circle because they realize that spot is limited, highly sought after, and not guaranteed. You become a priority because you have shown that your world is already full and vibrant without them. Step 7. The silence of the initiator expanded. This is perhaps the most difficult diagnostic tool to implement because it requires immense self-control, but it is also the most revealing exercise in interpersonal psychology. If you find yourself always being the engine of a relationship, the one who sends the first good morning, the one who suggests every weekend plan, the one who checks in after a long day, you must stop immediately. This is not a petty game of who cares less. It is a vital test of social exchange, theory, and mutual investment. In any healthy system, energy must flow in two directions. When you are always the one initiating, the other person never has the opportunity to feel the void of your absence. They get used to your effort and begin to view it as a natural utility, like oxygen or running water. You don't appreciate the tap until the water stops flowing. By stepping back into purposeful silence, you create a psychological vacuum. If the other person truly cares about you and considers you a priority, they will eventually notice the silence. They will feel the shift in pressure and reach out to fill that space. They will wonder why the engine has stopped and what they need to do to restart it. If they never reach out, if the silence stretches into weeks of indifference, then you have been given a painful but life-changing gift. The objective realization that the relationship was a solo performance. Silence is the only language that allows the truth of someone's feelings to surface. Step 8. Source your own joy. Expanded. Emotional dependency is the fastest way to erode your status and lose your seat at the table of respect. If your happiness is a remote control held in the hand of another person, you are no longer an equal partner in that relationship. You are a psychological liability. Humans are naturally, almost magnetically, drawn to those who possess an internal reservoir of joy. We crave the company of people who are whole because their energy is additive. They bring something to the table rather than just trying to eat. When you depend on others for your happiness, you are effectively assigning them a job they never applied for and are not qualified to handle. This creates a subconscious pressure on them, and pressure eventually creates resentment and the urge to flee. However, when you source your own joy through personal achievements, a rich interior mental life, and disciplined self-care, you project an aura of total self-assurance. This makes you incredibly attractive in every possible context, business, social or romantic. You aren't looking for someone to save you from your boredom or complete your broken pieces. You are looking for someone to share your abundance with. A person who doesn't need anyone is ironically the person that everyone feels they need to be around, because your joy is not a demand on their resources. It is a gift you offer freely. Step 9. The ultimate power, the willingness to walk away. This is the cornerstone of all human influence, and the final step that makes all others possible. In any negotiation, whether it's a business deal or a romantic relationship, the person who is most willing to walk away from the table always holds the most power. If you stay in situations where you are disrespected, ignored, or treated as a backup plan, you are teaching people that there is no penalty for mistreating you. You are essentially telling them that your self-worth has a price, and that price is remarkably low. By demonstrating, through calm, decisive action, that you are not afraid to walk away, you set the market value for your presence. This isn't about throwing tantrums. It's about a quiet, unshakable commitment to your own dignity. The right person will see your willingness to leave as a sign of high value and will move mountains to keep you. The wrong person will let you go, and you should let them. By walking away from those who treat you like an option, you finally clear the path for those who will treat you like a priority. Conclusion: the mirror of worth. To wrap up this journey through the 9 pillars of priority, we must return to a fundamental truth that governs every human interaction. Life is a mirror. It rarely gives you what you want, and it certainly doesn't give you what you think you deserve simply by being nice. Instead, it reflects back to you exactly who you are and, more importantly, what you are willing to tolerate. Every time you accept being a maybe in someone's life, you are essentially telling the universe that maybe is your price. Feeling neglected or undervalued isn't just a social inconvenience. It is a vital biological and psychological signal. It is an internal alarm system, much like physical pain, designed to tell you that your current environment is toxic to your growth. This is your invitation to perform a radical audit of your habits and to redraw the boundaries of your life with permanent ink. You are the sole architect of your social value. By applying these 9 strategies, you aren't manipulating or tricking people into liking you. That would be a hollow victory. Instead, you are reclaiming the respect and the vital energy that you have been hemorrhaging for far too long. You are shifting from a supply-side mindset of begging for attention to a demand-side mindset of high personal worth. Prioritize yourself with the same intensity you used to reserve for others. Nourish your own soul, build your own kingdom, and stop being the person who is perpetually waiting in the lobby of someone else's life for a yes that may never come. When you become your own yes, when your happiness, your schedule, and your self-worth are non-negotiable, the rest of the world will eventually have no choice but to follow your lead. The people who belong in your life will rise to meet your new standards, and those who don't will simply fade away into the irrelevance they deserve. You are not a backup plan. You are not a convenient option. You are not a maybe to be decided upon when someone is bored. You are the main event, the protagonist of your own story, and the most valuable asset you will ever own. Start acting with the gravity and dignity that your life requires. If this message resonated with you and you're ready to stop being an option and start being a priority, hit that like button right now, it helps. This message reach others who are struggling in silence. Also, I want to hear from the lions in this community. Drop a comment below with the phrase, "I am the priority," to lock in this mindset shift. Let's spark a wave of self-respect in the comment sections today.